Well, Sallisaw police tell me that they have increased security here at Eastside Elementary School as a precaution. They tell me there have not been any incidents due to walkouts or protests, and we're not naming any of the kids or families involved in the ongoing assault investigation.
The school resource officer told me that my son had been penetrated on the playground. It's like you think, oh my God, how did this happen to my kid at school, the place he was supposed to be safe at?
We're not naming her, but that's what the Sallisaw mom says she was told happened to her 11-year-old son on the playground during recess at Eastside Elementary School last week on October 16th. She says she watched a school surveillance video of what happened and then talked to her son about it.
I see them pick my son up and throw him on the ground, and a bunch of boys huddled around him, so you couldn't really see anything at that point in time. But then you see him jump up and adjust his pants and take off running. He did tell me that 2 boys held him down and 1 boy did it. It was the cops that told me that they was the one that penetrated him, that through his shorts.
Things have gotten out of control. I mean, everybody's jumping to conclusions and talking about staging walkouts and threatening the families. People are just destroying their lives and these families' lives over allegations that they heard on social media.
Tad Bogan represents the parents of 1 boy who was suspended for 5 days and who's now being investigated. Bogan says what happened on the school playground was not sexual assault.
People need to remember that they're talking about 11-year-old children here. These boys were all friends. They played sports together. They hung out together. They were friends. There was nothing sexual about what happened. There was no sexual assault. It was boys being boys and horseplay on a playground.
But how is holding down a little boy by his arms and his legs, horseplaying and playing around? It's 11-year-old little boys. Like, I don't know what I want the justice to be, you know what I mean? But for them to not get away with it, I just don't think 5 days is good.
Investigators tell me when finished, the prosecutor will review the case and determine if any criminal charges should be filed. In Sallisaw, Brett Rains, 4029 News.